You don't have to worry, you made it through the night. Darkness is over, welcome to the rest of your life.
Something good is going to happen to you.
Change your life, change your day, 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 change.
Are you ready? The wait is over. Young Preacher's Advice, the first ever written publication from Andre Cook, prophet, overseer, now author, a must have in your library. Young Preacher's Advice, Volume 1.
Now available on Amazon.com. Or to order your copy of Young Preacher's Advice Volume 1, call 866-922-6995, extension 118.
You don't have to worry, you made it through the night. Darkness is over, welcome to the rest of your life.
Something good is going to happen to you.
Change your life, change your day, 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 change.
Are you ready to be empowered, enlightened, and enriched? Get ready. Here's your host for the Change Your Day, Change Your Life Empowerment Conference call, Prophet Andre Cook.
Good afternoon. This is the day that the Lord has made. You should be rejoicing and you should be glad in it. I know I am never on Tuesdays for Lunch and Learn because at 12:30 I am usually the guest of Apostle Cynthia West and New Era with her guest, Bishop Anthony Gilliard, Bishop Darius Nixon, and yours truly. But today, it has been canceled. And so I thought I'd take advantage of this opportunity to come in and to share with you something special and extend to you a invitation. Now, listen, those numbers are not what they should be. I appreciate you that's viewing by YouTube, those who are on my personal page, and then those who are on the ministry page. I need you to do something. I need you not to refrain from sharing. I need you to go ahead, tag, like, share. Tag, like, share. Tag, like, share. This is actually more of an announcement as I am providing an opportunity for the community at large to be a part of an experience that has revived my soul and the life of the congregants of the Life Chapel of Hollis, Queens, New York. It is the home of the charge service, and it's too good to keep it from you. And so I'm going to provide this opportunity. I want you to go ahead. I appreciate it. Come on, tag, like, share, get those hearts up, get those thumbs up, get those hearts up, get those thumbs up. If you do so, that'll push the traffic. It'll begin to send a notification. I want to thank you all again for coming in at such a late hour. I sent out a text blast them. Then just for a moment, and I had a brief moment of technical difficulty, but we're here. And I have a guest in the wings, and I want to introduce him to you, and I want him to share. Let's see. All right, Mother Furlow, I appreciate you. Thank you, Kashana. Thank you. Those who are listening via the Change Your Day, Change Your Life Empowerment Conference call, I appreciate you. Thank you. And for those who may have to drop out, on the screen is the telephone number that you can dial. 605-313-5166. Its access code is 801-919-pound. 605-313-5166. The access code is 801-919-pound. So, you may not be able to view. So go ahead and put your Bluetooth earpiece in, or your wired earpiece in, dial in, and for the remaining 30 minutes or so, you'll be able to hear and to partake and to share in what's getting ready to happen. Well, again, for those who do not know me, I am Prophet Andre Cook, considered to be among the most trusted voices in prophecy today. Senior minister teacher of the Life Chapel. We're one church, multiple locations. Newburgh, New York. Our campus pastors are Pastor James and Pamela Peterson, 346 letter A Washington Street. Sundays online, in person, 11 a.m. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. That address again is 346 letter A Washington Street, Newburgh, New York. Service times again, in person, also online, Facebook only, the Life Chapel. Newburgh is spelled Newburgh. Newburgh, New York. Our campus pastors, along with myself, we welcome you to attend, to be a part. Of Sundays, 11 a.m. and on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And then, of course, our online campus, and then, of course, the home of the charge service. That's right, the red building on the corner of 182nd Place and Jamaica Avenue. Its address is 182-25 Jamaica Avenue, Hollis, Queens, New York. And there is a flame, a glow, as we are experiencing revival fire. And there is a revivalist in town from Newport News, Virginia. I'm going to introduce him in just a moment. I'm going to present him in just a moment. On last week, I put up the flyer. The prayer and the prophetic gathering of 2022 initially was set for Stamford, Connecticut. The Lord impressed upon me to move it to Westbury, New York last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Instructions, 3 sessions a day. It was powerful. I have heard nothing but good reports from all who registered. And then the revival aspect of it moved to the sanctuary. This revivalist was our guest at 10 a.m. Yours truly ministered in the charge service at 3 p.m. And then last night, this young man ministered. He blessed us in, oh my God, a tremendous way. And he's back with us tonight. New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut. May I suggest you do your best to be with us between the hour of 8 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. on tonight. Life Chapel, 182-25 Jamaica Avenue. This gift of God. I said something last night, and I'll say it again in this particular space. When God is doing something, especially for a local assembly or a people or a community, oftentimes he'll send an individual into the region that's unfamiliar with the region. Oftentimes that gift comes in to share, to ignite, to confirm, and certainly it's been our reality. And I think that there's no greater gift that God has provided us, which is going to add to our reason for being thankful this coming Thanksgiving season, of Thanksgiving Day, which we'll celebrate on next Thursday. Myself personally, and the church, and those who registered, we certainly have another reason to be thankful. The Lord saw fit to revive our soul, to send a revivalist from Newport News, Virginia. And there were a number of individuals. He is also an overseer of a fellowship, and a number of his pastors. He's certainly a gift, beloved. Members of his church from Newport News, Virginia, drove up to be a part. Again, his local pastors from the area were in was in attendance. There were others who were there, and hey, Life Chapel, I know that we have been busy since last Thursday. Please, ma'am, please, sir, don't disappoint me by being absent on tonight. We have brought this guest in. You know, I was taught as a child, you don't have guests and you're not in attendance. Well, I think I've talked enough. I'm ready to present to you this man of God from Newport News, Virginia, our unexpected revivalist. Would you receive with me this gift, the apostle, the pastor, the prophet, Jullian Ricks? Blessings to you, apostle. What saith you?
Blessings to you, Prophet. I am so honored to be here in this region along with you and Life Chapel. These last few nights have been amazing, and I just want to echo what you have declared to the people today, to get out to Life Chapel tonight. The spirit of revival, it is in the region, and I personally want everyone to be revived, for this is a critical hour, and we need everybody to be in the space where they are revived in every area of their life, in their mind, in their heart, in their spirit. And so this week is really going to set the tone for revival in their life. And so I am just honored. I'm just floored to really be here and be the vessel that God has chosen for this week to revive the people.
I appreciate you. Let me again extend to you my personal thanks. You were recommended. Again, social media isn't as bad as some would have us think. You know, it's a purpose, just like radio and television. It provides an opportunity for promotion, particularly for promoting the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. And that is not the only responsibility of every local church and ministry, whether it's a parachurch or charitable benevolent ministry. It is also to edify and to encourage the body of Christ. And so true revival has in essence a restoration of God's original intent, but also, as you ministered to 2 or 3 people on last night, you ministered to them about their joy being restored. Now, I'll admit, apostle, and I believe I shared this with you on the onset, and that was that I had in mind just you for our local church. I just wanted our local church. I felt our local church was in need of this experience. And I was praying about it. So, all right, Lord, you gave me to do the prayer and the prophetic gathering. It's teaching at the hotel, but you're saying to me, move the church to the sanctuary, the churchy experience, the revival to the sanctuary. And I was talking to one of my daughters and one of my sons, Minister Kevin Manuel, who had drove you. You had come to town and he had drove you to a revival, and I said, Pastor, you gotta have this young man. This young man is a prophet of God. God used him, and I knew that I was called to bring someone in versus someone local, and it was supposed to be a sequestered experience. I saw just a brief clip of you ministering at Friendly Church, and I quickened. I said, you know what? Let's see if we can make it happen. I put the word out, called you, we spoke, my spirit knitted, and I'm grateful that I got an opportunity to see that clip. I haven't watched a lot of it. Most of all, being able to be knitted and for God to speak to me and says, he's my choice. Do what you have to do. get him into town. And the blessing for me, I want to reference again, is how I saw you minister to individuals in our congregation who are very faithful, very diligent, who have been working through the pandemic, have not stopped working through the pandemic. And even though the pandemic has seemed to has lifted and we're back in person worship and so on, these people are somewhat fatigued and exhausted of having to work under a different uh, a pressure. Pandemic ministry was different, the level of pressure, and you ministered to them about their joy being restored. Apostle, could you speak to that? Because I believe in light of this revival that there are several things that's going on. And one of the things that's going on is that there is a revival of joy in the heart. Let me just acknowledge those who have come in. Princess, thank you for joining. Mother Marilyn, blessings to you. I would love to see you and the family tonight. This man of God may be leaving us tomorrow. I only brought him in for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but I whispered in his ear, I might want to hold you hostage. But his wife has joined him. He's a family man. He's a pastor. So I've got to get him back home possibly tomorrow. But I've already told him he will be back, if not at the end of the year. Certainly, he's going to join the prophets and I for the prophet speaks in January. So let me thank you. Michelle, I see you. Thank you. Matoya, thank you. I appreciate you. Facebook user, I'm sorry, don't know who you are. Blessings to you. Thank you. Jonetta, blessings to you. Hey there, Prophet Cedric Bristol, one of the sons of the ministry. Prophet Raven, blessings. You were there on Sunday. You got your blessing. Raven, I know you're in Bridgeport, but Raven, this is your type of revival. Listen, revival. I'm telling you, you ought to get, Tam, and y'all need to, it'd be worth the drive. It really would. Mitch, blessings to you. Florence, hey, goddaughter, where you be? You need to make this revival. Florence, you need to make this revival. Ebony, your type of revival, your type of revival. Elder Chapel, I love you more. My heart's bigger. You ought to make the chapel. I'm telling you. Melanie, blessings to you. Dr. Clark, blessings to you. All right. Anna, come on. Blessings, blessings. I hope Apostle and Pastor Alina Carr does join us. Evangelist Aline, you're in Boston. Evangelist, this is our type of charge service revival. My God. Another Facebook. Darnell, blessings to you. Thank you for joining. Minister Greaves, yeah, what a great time. Angelina, it's your type of church. Angelina, I'm telling you, great word, great spirit. I mean, listen, I said to him on Sunday, he's looking at me, he's listening. But I said to him on Sunday, I said, Apostle, I want to dance. I want to twist. I want to twirl. I want to quake. I want to quicken. I want to run. I want to fall down. He owes me the fall down part. He got everything else out of me. He slapped me in the chest last night. Now I want him to push me down on the floor tonight. I want to carry on. I want to go through. He's my type of preacher. I'm telling you, who else has joined us? Melanie, blessings to you. Melanie, Melissa. Okay, they're sharing. I appreciate you. Come on, Angelina, don't just good afternoon me. You need to get there. You need to get there. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Evangelist. All right. Elder Motley, Pastor, blessings to you. Overseer McCone, you promised to be with us tonight. Son, come get your word. Come get your fuel. Come get your dose. Who else? Sade, blessings to you. I'm looking for you. Elder Bullock, I'm telling you, it's your type of church. Tabby, blessings to you. All right. Quashana, blessings to you. All right. Hey there. Blessings to you, woman of God. All right. More blessings to you. Who else? I love the opportunity to interact and to talk to these people. They've taken the time out, Apostle, to join us. So at least I can do is acknowledge them. Katrina, blessings to you. Raymond, blessings to you. How else is this? Alicia, blessings to you. Jennifer, blessings to you. Elder Mark Davis, son, listen, you and Monica, if you could make it tonight, you were there Sunday. If you can, y'all get there. Prophet Baston, this fella would be a perfect fit for what you do. I'm telling you, this young man is on fire for the Lord. All right, who else here? Blessings, last name Young. All right, Ramona, I want to see you. Betty, on your way to work, leave early for work, get in the sanctuary. All right. Thank you. I am so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Zena. If not, Sister Young, I appreciate you. Daphne, see you in church. We'll see you in church. Dr. Clark, don't tell me that and I don't show up. I would love to see you. Tabby. All right. She loves Apostle. All right. Okay, son, I appreciate you. This is one of our praying elders and preaching elders. I appreciate him. Thank you, Elder Mark. All right. See if you can get Mother out as well. All right. COD is on fire. All right. Raymond McNeil. All right. Minister, why are you on here? Get off of here. You and your wife is on vacation. Get off. Go make love to your wife. Go take her to lunch or break. Get out of here. Mind your business. That y'all revive you. Go. Bye. Get out of here. Seeing keen there. Nowhere. All right. Appreciate you for understanding. All right. Listen, Apostle, I want you to talk to us. I want you to talk to us. Talk to us. If you want to reiterate Sunday morning's message or highlight any of his points, if you want to highlight last night's one, but I do not want you to leave without talking to us about reviving the joy of the saints and why joy is so important.
I think joy is so important because that is an aspect that people are missing. I mentioned Sunday morning that there are people with the tangible things, the tangible blessings, the money. Money is not an issue to them. Materialistic things are not an issue to them, but there's an aspect that is missing called joy and peace of mind. And what I found, especially during the time of the pandemic, there are a lot of people who may be financially all right, but they are missing the aspect of their joy. They're missing the aspect of their peace. They just don't have it. But I believe that this is a time where God is really restoring the people's joy and restoring their heart again for the work ahead. I mentioned Sunday that this is going to be a year of big return. Not next year, not the year after, but in the same year.
Yes.
Sown in the land, and in the same year he reaped 100-fold. And I just believe that this is the season that the faithful shall see fulfillment. The people that have plowed through the pandemic, the people that did not stop regardless of the times that we didn't even have an answer. That people were sick and hospitalized, and some even lost their lives, and people just didn't have an answer. Churches closed. People went to a place of being virtual, and they really just didn't have the answers. But I believe that this is going to be a season of revival. These last 2 months of the year, this fourth quarter, there's going to be a turn, and the joy of the people is coming back in their life and in their spirit. And I stand on it, and I believe it, not just in Virginia, but everywhere, especially in New York. I just believe God is really going to restore the joy of people, and it's coming back in such a return that we are going to know that it was the hand of God that did it.
Yes.
And I just believe God, even for the people that's on the line today, that God is restoring you. Get prepared for a season of big return. That God is saying that I'm coming at the bulk, that you're not going to miss it in this season, and it's going to come in such a way that is going to be undeniable. So I just believe that this is the season where God is really just restoring the people, restoring their joy, renewing their heart, renewing their strength. It won't be a routine. During the pandemic, we had to just work diligently, not knowing answers and just really going. But God is really just not only igniting us to work, but God is just restoring our joy again. We're going from virtual to vital, and God is really just igniting us in a different way.
All right, God, from expound upon that, from virtual to vital. Speak to that, sir. That just blessed me, because there were so many who is saying, Apostle, that we would not do church as we have done church, or that there would be no return to the in-person worship experience. But I have been saying, and I don't intend to be offensive, but I want to make it clear that I have always felt, and let me change my language, because much of the prophetic unction is when we have a sense, when he deals with us, and then he gives us the ability to articulate it. And so I said that the Lord had laid upon my heart that there would be a return to in-person worship experience, but there would be a different mindset upon the return.
Yeah.
And then the Lord will have done some interior renovating.
Yes.
And we would return. But there's still that mindset that we shouldn't be gathered. But if I could say this, because I want to give you the space, you're the guest, you're the prophet for the hour. I want to say this, that there is no experience like a corporate experience in a sacred and hallowed space. The facilities that we gather and assemble that we call our church buildings. So you just said something that I love the way that you articulated, from virtual to vital. Speak to us, please. Speak to us.
Well, there are many people, and I do echo that there will be a return, and it has been a return, but not, God never intended for us to return with the same mind. During the time of being virtual, we had no answers. We had, we just went for what we knew. But I just believe that once God gave us an opportunity to return back into the churches again, that it was supposed to ignite a place that we have a deeper desperation for God, that we would not return back to the old mind of routine, the old mind of things that we did before, but we have a different desperation for God, that we have a different honor and respect for his presence, and to be in his presence and to be in the glory. And that when we come back into the houses again, that our desperation level would be different, that it won't take a praise and worship team 30 or 40 minutes to get you into a place, or the intercessory team to really just intercede until the veins come out of them, to get you into a place, but really be to a place where, God, my desperation level for you is just at an all-time high. I don't need a coach. I don't need a push. God, I'm just honored to be in your presence. Then I just believe that this is just a place where, God, I believe that we were sent home for God to really check our hearts again.
Yes.
Check us into a place where our desperation level would go into that place. And I say switching from virtual to vital, because there are some people that have made it back in, but their mind is still virtual. Their mind is still, I'll come when I feel like it, or I'll just come when it's convenient. But God is really saying that I really want you into a place where you are vital in your spirit. It's time to get back to work. It's time to get, and ain't nothing wrong with the camera lens, but it's really time to get back into the church again, get back into the house. And that's why I honor and respect the revival so much, that we turn the live off and say, come on and get the church, get to that place. I really believe that this is what God is doing in this place. It's time to be vital. It's time to get to working. It's time, because, I want to speak this prophetically, that the pandemic is not the only thing that we're going to see and experience in the earth. There are more things that are coming, and God really wants to center and position the church in the mind to be vital, whatever may come. Whatever may come, we cannot lose our stance. We cannot lose our focus. We cannot lose our kingdom assignment, no matter what this world may encounter, but we have to remain vital.
We must remain vital. What would you say to those who are viewing tonight and they're within travel distance, that they can be there and meet us tonight? Our format is simple, and it's prayer, and I'm the prayer lead. There was scheduled a song last night, but I just sensed that when I concluded prayer to relinquish the space, and that God was ready to use you. And so for those, the tri-state area, and our service time, I believe it's accommodating because it gives individuals opportunities to get off from work, travel, maybe go home, refresh, make dinner or whatever, and still meet us at 8 p.m. And actually, to start on time, we need to arrive before 8 p.m. I think for a lot of people, where they miss the weight of the experience is they come in rushing, and they've missed the vital part. And that is where you begin with God. And 8 p.m., we're beginning prayer, but we should gather. I believe everyone should be in their seat by 7:45 p.m. I really do, so we can start on time. And I think it's a great time. We don't intend to hold them long, as long as the Lord will move, so that they can get back to their various spaces in home. We recognize that there are adults who have working obligations, children have got to go to school, and so on. But I don't want that to be an excuse for them to miss what we need to sacrifice our time to receive, because we have prayed for revival. So tri-state, Connecticut, New York, of course, the 5 boroughs, upstate New York. You can join us downstate. One of my sons is here viewing from Ellenville, New York, and Newburgh, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the tri-state. Prophet, God sent you to this region. To those who can and should, what is the word of the Lord? What would you say to them about their need? Because again, I'm doing something that I didn't plan to do. I made no advertisement, no advertising, none of it. I didn't do any of that because I was really focused on just getting the word out to our local church. But it has been so great that I feel that it would be sinful not to extend the invitation to everyone in whom it is possible to be in attendance. Apostle, what do you say?
I said it's really necessary to get to the house. If you could get there and not let excuse really hinder you from being in the house, I really just charge you to be there. It is very seldom. I am young, but I come from an old school where we had revival. I did my homework on the back of the pew. I really, just really stayed and worked and pushed. And even, during the time of revival, and you really just don't hear of good revivals anymore. They have really become extinct. And so what I believe that God is doing in this region is he is reigniting the real revival. Igniting the real revival again. And I believe that we are in a time of miracles, signs, and wonders, and that we need to really get into the place. It is in the house of the Lord where things get better. As I mentioned before, I come from such an old school. We didn't create a lot of excuses at all. The people say, if I can just press to the house of the Lord, that's where my healing is. That's where the manifestation of things that I need in the house of the Lord. If I can just press. There's a story over in Mark about the woman that touched the hem of Jesus' garment. If she can just press her way through the crowd to just touch his garments. One of the things that have been missing during this time is the press. And one of the that have been missing during this time is people have lost their desperation, lost their drive, lost their zeal for getting back into the house of the Lord. But God is really tonight igniting you to really be back there and get there, get to the house, have a press in your spirit that I'm not leaving without my miracle. I'm not leaving without what I came for. And so I just encourage every heart, every person that's on the line to really get there and really get what you need from God.
I appreciate you again. I appreciate the fact that you have submitted yourself to the assignment. Let me again say thank you on behalf of myself. Thank you on behalf of our church, and now on behalf of our community. God has brought you into this region, sir. Let me say again, I appreciate you. Thank you for your wife coming in and working the altar with you last night. It was just refreshing. I said to you, I asked you to, because you have such an, as we say, churchy. You got such an old spirit. You look like you're 21, but you're almost 40.
Yeah.
But yet, you certainly have what we would, or is described as old school. Old school. You're old school, an old soul with old school. And I've been a revivalist for most of my adult life. I've been preaching since I was 17, 58 years young now. But from 21, certainly until my late 40s, right around 50, in demand every week somewhere. And what I saw was a trend was moving away from the Sunday to Friday or Sunday to Sunday revival services, which a church and a community needed and was blessed, to what now is done 2 days or a 1 day revival. I don't know if a church or community can be revived in 1 day, because the first few days you've got to plow that field. You've got to plow that field, and you've got to work it. And so I want to tell you thank you. I appreciate you. And let me just look at some of the comments there. Those who said, "Talk, Apostle." Others, "I'm not leaving without my miracle." Raymond says, "There's a blessing in your pressing." Deacon Trollinger, "We pray." Absolutely. We have prayed. We have prayed for this revival experience. And here's your wife right here. You're such a lovely woman of God. I love you both. I've adopted you. You know that I just like you. We're meeting in a few moments anyway, in person. I can't wait. I want to go and break bread with y'all. I'm breaking all my rules. I want all my rules. I usually don't leave and go out before revival services, but I want to spend some time with you. Hey, Dr. Solomon, I wish you could stick your face into place. I'm telling you, this has been tremendous. I'm sharing this gift with the world, with our world. I'm telling you, and I assume this is one of your members, Pastor. You are the best.
Yes.
Yeah. See the flyer. See, promote what you love. That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all giving something away for Thanksgiving? Y'all save some from me. Y'all country folk, I can tell. Y'all gonna do well. Y'all gonna cook well, and all right, Pastor. Yes, Pastor C, true servant. All right, yeah, your people on it. I love it. All right, yeah. Who else, Pastor? Don't come to play. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Charlene, blessings. All right, blessings. That's my pastor. Oh, I love you, Lady Carolyn. You all right with me? Y'all legit. Some of these people be putting on, playing. That's it, that PR stuff. But y'all are the real deal. I saw you. Y'all in love too. I see it. Yeah, she's a jewel. I can tell. Charlene says they are awesome. We love and appreciate them in Virginia. Virginia, thank y'all for sharing them with us. We have Dr. Solomon, I promised to bring you in May, Women's Empowerment Month. You and Prophet Baston are the voices that we're going to hear from May 2023, our Women's Empowerment Month. All right. Yeah. Bring down the walls. Listen, we're going to have to rebuild the walls when he's done, or just leave them down. I'm telling you. Listen, Prophet, he's the real deal. And I know you are like myself. We don't deal with it if it ain't legit. Yeah, if it ain't legit, we don't deal with it. And we protect the saints. We protect the saints from the hirelings and those who claim to be prophetic, but yet they're pathetic. We protect the saints. And so, Apostle, I would that you make an appeal. I believe they need to sow into this impartation. What is it that the Lord is saying to you about a level of giving today? Is there something the Lord has laid on your heart? And you'll find on the ticker tape on the bottom scrolling how you can do that today.
Well, I believe that, as I mentioned before, that God is going to bless you in the same year. I want the people to really get your mind unconditioned from next year. Maybe next year, God. Maybe the year after. Maybe you've forgotten about me. But anybody that watches sports teams know that it is in the fourth quarter that will determine if there's going to be a comeback and there's going to be a turnaround. I prophetically release on this line that God is getting ready to turn your year around. And I charge every believer that will sow a $50 seed into this movement today for the turn. That this is the year of the turn. And that God is not going to let the year end without releasing what you've been promised and releasing what you've been believing him for from January to now. And I just believe and declare and decree from wherever you are that you already should just claim it in your spirit that God is getting ready to turn things around for my good. He's getting ready to work things around in my life, and that everything that has went under, that have suffered from January to now, that before the year is out, God is getting ready to make room for me. God is getting ready to work things out in my life. Some of you didn't complain. Some of you say, okay, well, God, maybe next year. I'm telling you, I beg you to start declaring this year before the year's out. He's 11:59 God. He'll come right before it is over, right before you think ain't nothing else going to happen for me. It's going to happen in your life. So I charge every person to sow and to give today a $50 seed. This $50 seed, it is really sealing that God is getting ready to turn things around. I declare and decree that before December is out, by December 21st, I hear the Lord says, get ready for things to turn around in your life. We get ready for things to work out in your life, and it's going to happen big. Now, I'm not talking about anything small, but I'm talking about the big things. Your hard things are coming to a close, but greater is here now. You're not next, you're now. God is doing it in your life, and it's going to work out in your favor. I want every person to be, I sense in the spirit that are people that are on the line that you are discouraged in your spirit because you're watching everybody else coming to their miracle, coming to their things. And it seems like the word that you've been looking for to happen for you is not happening. But I come as a prophet of God to let you know that the year is not going to end without your things. The year is not going to end without your releasing your blessings. So I charge you today to sow this gift. Sow it today. And I believe that God is going to bless you. I believe it for a 21-day miracle that's going to happen and manifest in your life. Some of you are going to see it before the 21st of December. But I believe God, that God is getting ready to do it in your favor.
Blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord. The apostle, the prophet, our revivalist has declared the word of the Lord. He has commanded the seed of $50. You ought to do it. Put in the chat, the comment section, done, the check, or the check marks. Let us know. We want to decree and to declare that money owed to you, money due to you, is money that's getting ready to come to you. What leaves your hand does not leave your life. It enters your future. It's returned to you multiplied. You're not scheduling a financial funeral. You're scheduling a financial harvest. Release it and write in the comment. We're going off right at 1 p.m. Write in the comment. As many of you that we can bless, we're going to do so. Write in the comment. Blessed is me because I believe. And faith without works is dead. If you believe as you say, if you believe that there will be a performance, this verse references Mary's faith. She received the word that she was going to have a child. She was a virgin. How can this thing be, seeing I know not a man? Well, the angel said, the Holy Ghost shall overcome, shall overtake you. And her response, blessed is she that believe, for there shall be. The prophet has spoken. There shall be a performance. 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 Come on. Blessed is me because I believe. Come on, others. Blessed is me because I believe. Thank you, Matoria, for the seed. Katrina, blessings to you. I believe. Come on, others. Blessed is me as I believe. Blessed is me. Thank you, Christy. Blessed is me. Come on, come on, come on. Blessed is me. Erica, blessings to you. Hey, blessing. Erica, you and your son, if you can, come tonight. Come tonight. Come tonight. I want as many of you out as can. So, hey there, blessings, my God. Y'all are doing wonderful. I see you. 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 I've given you nothing but the word. The prophet, God has used him. Now, don't miss your blessing. Don't miss your blessing by staying home. Father, withhold the rain, withhold the elements that would be the excuse for impeding their coming out tonight. Do it for us, God. We want to be in the place called there, in the place called there. Now, y'all, the address is 182-25 Jamaica Avenue, Hollis, Queens, New York. The red building, you can't miss it. 182-25 Jamaica Avenue, Hollis, Queens, New York. It is the home of the charge service. Many of you pre-pandemic, you were among the hundreds that jammed into that space in either 9 a.m., 12 noon, or at the 7 p.m. service. And hey, the charge 2.0, the charge is being revived. And I'm telling you, God's got something great and special. We're calling it Charge 2.0, Charge 2023. As the new year approaches and the new year is upon us. Hey, I don't want to hold you. I want to let you go. Apostle, we appreciate you. This man of God has blessed us. And again, if I can't twist his arm to stay, I promise you, he's coming back sooner than next year or right at the top of the year. And I'm going to see if I can get him to do something. I think he has a 5-day revival anointing, a Sunday, a 6-day, a Sunday through Friday. I'm going to plan, and you're going to, you know how I do. We're going to plan for it. We're going to set it up. Boom. And I'm going to keep him for an entire week. His wife going to have to preach Sunday morning, get on a flight again, and come on in here and stay. Virginia, we'll make some type of accommodations for y'all too. Y'all remind me so much of my own church and my own partners. Wherever I go, y'all always find the ways and the means to come into support. I'm looking forward to this young man. It's just he's God sent to us, and we're certainly appreciative of. Revival has hit the Life Chapel, and those who come through the doors will be revived. 8 p.m. We're on the altar. 8:05, 8:10. It will be my voice in intercession. Scheduled to bless us in song tonight is Minister Phyllis Thurston, and if the Lord allows her to sing, she will, and that next voice will be the apostle. So we plan to have him up at 8:30, 8:35. So, and he is that type of ministry gift. You want to receive him and hear him at the start, from the time he opens his mouth until he relinquishes the microphone. Remember these words: if it's not on your mind, it's not in your future. Elevate your mind and your feet will follow. You cannot offer the people what you do not have. Remember these words: you cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. And again, final prophetic word for the day. It is for you individually, but yet for us corporately. Something good is getting ready to happen to you, because something good is getting ready to come out of this. And what is that good? 8 p.m. tonight, God's man of faith and power, God's prophet, Apostle Jullian has God's touch for you. We'll see you in the place called there tonight, 8 p.m., Life Chapel, Hollis, Queens, New York. Sow your seed, and certainly you will be blessed. God bless.